about today?
Hey, so yeah, let's get into it. First of all, I want to make some announcements. One is that the fan plugin, not the Corona Geek fan plugin, but the Facebook Audience Network plugin, was released last Friday, actually. And if you're not familiar with it, basically it is a plugin that allows you to be able to integrate Facebook ads into your apps. So if you're not familiar with Facebook ads, they have a high ECPM, which means good money for developers. Also, it has high fill rates. So if you've got a good size inventory, a lot of opportunity to show ads, then Facebook has the ability to fill those opportunities. And so that's important because if you can have really high ECPMs, but then if your ads don't get shown or their ads don't get shown, then you don't get credit for it, you don't make money, right? So this is actually that actually kind of ties into the next topic we're going to talk about briefly is that Apple i ads are going away. Apple has announced that they are going to stop supporting those as of June 30th. They're going to pull that down, and they've actually had some low fill rate issues as well. So this fan plugin is a much better opportunity for developers to make money off of their apps. So go check out the blog post. It includes links to the documentation, to the source code. There's a project that you can pull down and see how the thing works. And I'm going to create a video that's going to talk about some of the nuances of working with the Facebook Audience Network. But for now, you can go check out the blog post and read everything there. We'll also check the show notes. We're going to put in a link for the Apple iAd removal. So look for that. But it will basically require you to update your apps. You're going to have to remove iAds from your applications. And that's Apple's put the deadline on that for June 30th. So look for more.
Which also, Charles, leads us perfectly into the Corona Ads tool that's forthcoming, which is going into beta this next month.
Yep, absolutely.
And it's going to be a perfect tool to replace. So don't get in too big of a hurry if you're using iAds.
Right.
To republish your app and to do that, we're going to be able to use the Corona Ads, and then you can select which ad networks you're going to use through the Corona Ads, and it'll be an easy replacement.
Yeah, good point. Thank you. So yeah, ultimately our goal is to have a spectrum of monetization options for you, and you can pick the one that you want, or you can pick none at all. You can, if you don't want to put ads in your app, that's fine. If you want to do in-app purchases and no ads, that's fine. If you want to use any one of these ad networks, it's ad plugins, you can do that. So we want to leave that option up to you, and you can figure out what's best for you and your audience. But yeah, like you said, there is going to be a blog post coming out this week that's talking about some more of the plugins that we're working on. Corona Ads is definitely one of them. We're going to try to push that out to the beta testers by the end of January, with a broader release coming in February. So look for that. If you haven't already, I'll put a link in the show notes, but you can go sign up for the beta tester program if you're interested in checking out the Corona Ads before they release to the general public. And yeah, that's all I got to say about that. Look for the blog post, like I said, coming up more about plugins later in the week. Also, I wanted to give a shout out to Kangman Wan, who is in Korea, and he has shared a couple of interesting GitHub projects with community. One is called Corona Man, and the other one is called Corona Space. Space is basically like a space shooter, where you can actually the more aliens you shoot, the more points you get, and then you can trade those points in for different styles of ships, different capabilities, different looks. The other one is Corona Man, which is a kind of I don't know if you guys ever saw the cookie clickers, the games which you just tap. You just continually tap them, and each time you tap them, you get points, and then you take those points and you can level up to the next level. And anyway, he has shared these with us, and he's got some great graphics. Have option screens. You can turn sound on and off. Lots of great little, it's a great starter set. So we'll link to that in the show notes. I've already shared those on social media as well. So if you if you're just listening to this, you can go find it over on social media, either on Twitter or Facebook or YouTube, wherever, just put /Corona Geek and you can find us. Okay, that's all the announcements that I have for today. I want to keep it short. Does anybody on the panel have anything they want to share?
Oh, I am working on updates to the Corona books, especially the textbooks. They're in use by a lot of high schools and universities and colleges around the world. So I try to update these every few months, and I will be including the Corona ads in the next major release after I've had a little bit of time to work with it and figure out the best way to teach it.
Awesome. Looking forward to that.
Yeah, and then as far as my announcements,
yeah,
I can jump in.
Yeah, go ahead.
Last month I've released 2 new games, Poppy Droppy, which is just a fun endless runner type game, very simple. And also just end of last week I released Killer Bubbles, which is kind of similar to what Ed's doing, just not as crazy and cool, but it's a more simple version of the top-down shooter game. And then the third announcement was I was able to port over my Flappy Fruit Bat, which is kind of the the Flappy style game of when it came out during that big phase, to the Apple TV, and it was accepted last week, and now it's live on their Apple TV store.
You're fine. Along those